Welcome back to Daytime. We all know how important it is to support our local agriculture community, but what about supporting our local artists? And here to tell us about community-supported art is Toni Van Eeden and Scott Irving. Hi guys, how are you guys?
Great.
Good. So maybe Toni, you can start and tell us a little bit about what CSArt is and what it sort of helps to do within our community.
Sure. So I should preface this by saying that the model is copied from community-supported agriculture.
Yeah.
If you've ever received a box of organic veggies once a month directly from the farmer, you're already participating in this. We just thought this could be a really neat model for the arts. So the basic idea is you pay a subscription fee at the beginning of the year.
Right.
And then you get access to 5 different artists. And when I say get access to, I think that's almost the best way to say it, because it's not necessarily getting a piece of art. It's very experience based. Okay. So the artists have included a piece of themselves and their process in that as well. Okay. So you get a very interesting experience.
So an array of art. It's not just music. So what sort of art would somebody sort of get in their metaphorical box of stuff?
Okay, so I'm going to put them sort of in their traditional boxes, but I will emphasize that what they're doing with it is quite unique. So we're very fortunate in our first season to have the peptides, which Scotty is a part of, as well. We have a ceramic artist, a painter and illustration artist, a theater group.
A poet.
A poet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how does that work then? If you've got, a poet and you've got people who actually do pieces of art, how does it all come together to be distributed?
So this is where Megan Monafu, really, she's the person who started this. She brought this seedling to me last year, and this is where she is amazing, because she has worked in collaboration with these artists, excuse me, and come up with really interesting ways to share their art. So a lot of it has to do with what the artist can give as well. For example, with Susie Osler, the ceramic artist, she'll be giving everyone a mug. The poet, Chris Turnbull, knows Susie Osler, so she thought, well, can't we inscribe some of the poetry on the mug? And then can't we give them a meal where we talk about the language of ceramic and how language can be embedded and how you use your hands.
And then by the same token, for the more experiential arts, such as theater and music, there's the ability to leave the patrons with a photo, perhaps a DVD, a clip, or perhaps weave their names into the lyrics of a song, something like that.
So when you commit to sort of contributing your art to CSArt, do you sort of sit down and say, this is what I'm planning on contributing, whether it's an album or it's a sit down or a show or whatever it is that you're is that the process?
That is the process.
Yeah.
We need to build in enough knowns that people know what they're getting. But we also need to build in enough unknowns so that artists can be artists.
Sure.
Yes.
So ultimately, what made you and the Peptides interested in becoming part of CSArt?
Well, on a personal note, I was formerly employed on one of these farms that we've been talking about.
Oh.
And so very, very much in a first-hand way, I saw how the farmer going into the season knew that she had a defined set of customers and a defined income. And mentally going into a season like that is so much more enriching and encouraging. And it's about the relationships that Toni was talking about. Right. It's not really a transaction. It's a set of relationships that patrons and artists.
So this is something that's totally new to Ottawa. Has this been done before? Are you modeling it after another city, or?
Well, it's interesting. So there are a couple of things cropping up similar to this.
Because it works.
Yeah.
Because it works. Yeah. And I always go, like, people are like, wow, that's such a new idea. And I'm like, well, actually, we've been doing this a lot. It's sort of a new business model as well as an arts model or an agriculture model. Like if you look at companies like Vegan Cuts, you deliver vegan snacks to your house, or the Ipsy glam bags with the makeup.
Anything with pre-selling, really.
Right.
Yeah. Where it's a curated experience, sort of based on, like, what do you want? What do you want us to give? Let us, like, we are the experts in this, but what do you want from us? We're going to give you that.
So you have a special campaign that's happening right now.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so we're running an IndieGoGo crowdfunding campaign, And the idea
Doing
around
very
this,
well.
it's doing really well. I'm so excited, and we knew this because we were like, look, you know, everyone's always down on Ottawa that it's not a creative city, but I'm like, it is creative.
It is.
Ottawa is
And
Ottawa's
unique.
best kept secret.
Yes. So it's, I mean, people are surprised. I'm like, don't be surprised.
Yeah.
We all love art in this city. Come on.
Yeah.
So, the IndieGoGo campaign is almost funded, but I don't want that to be a discouragement because really it's an early subscription fee that you're paying, so there's no HST on it, so it's a much cheaper way to do it. And as well, there's sort of extra perks involved in doing it early.
Perks, anything from personalized letters to former albums from bands like ourselves.
Right.
Eating birthday cake
Eating
with
birthday cake
theater
with Fun
group.
Theater. That's Jeff McBride and Karen Dotcombe. They're wonderful.
Well, eating birthday cake / performance arts, I suspect it's not going to be as straightforward as.
I know we have one of the graphics that we have. It kind of shows how people can maneuver their way through and become a part of CSArt. So if there is an artist out there that's watching the show right now, how do they get involved and make this work?
So absolutely, if you want to get involved, you know, go to the website, csarts.ca, csartottawa.ca, sorry. I shouldn't just say the website, I'm sure you guys will put it up there. And absolutely email Megan is amazing. She's got her fingers in a lot of pies.
And to every one of those artists, I would say a lot of us have a choice between staying in Ottawa or moving to larger centers like Montreal and Toronto. But the city, because of its nature and because of its rivers and the things that do inherently inspire artists, makes it an excellent place to launch an artistic career. And it's because of initiatives like this that we are able to stay.
This is awesome.
That's awesome. And like you said, our community really is a community that loves to support one another, which is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you guys are doing this for the arts in the community. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
Great job and great luck.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We are back with, I love their name, Edible Sins. We are going to be eating and decorating. It'll be a cake off here. You'll want to stick around and join us. Stick around for more tea time.